Oh my god. Welcome to our hour-long season finale of Dissecting... What? What do you mean we got a time limit? Ah, fine. Welcome to our not an hour season finale of Dissecting History. Today, I will be working alone to interview many people about the causes of World War II. To start this episode off, we will be talking with the leader of Italy, which was one of the Axis powers during the war. So, where is he? Ooh, that is a bottle of water, you...
There is tape in my eye! Mr. Maniac is trying to get the tape out of his eyes! It really hurts even though I'm dead already!
Oh, God. Why are you starting with Mr. Skeleton Egg? Why?
Mr. Mussoliniac is called Mr. Mussoliniac and I look ridiculous! Mr. Skeleton Egg is on vacation!
Whatever, let's just go. So, how was Italy before World War II? Stop laughing!
Mr. Mussoliniac says that during the First World War, we joined with Britain and France because they offer us land if we helped them. My English is not good, but it turns out they weren't going to give it to us. Like the rest of Europe, we were in a Great Depression as well.
Can you describe your rise to power for us?
I really wish I didn't have to, but yes, Mr. Mussoliniac would love to. Mr. Mussoliniac had started as a socialist propagandist for newspapers. After World War I had switched to fascism. In 1921, fascists gained 35 seats in the federal government. Then in 1922, I threatened a coup d'etat. Later, there was a march on Rome where 25,000 black shirts, the secret police of fascists, held demonstrations. This caused fear and chaos. Businesses had asked Mr. Mussoliniac to end it. King Victor Emmanuel III refused to use military force to stop the fascists, and then he invited me into the coalition government. After the political crisis of 1925, Mr. Mussoliniac seized emergency dictatorial powers.
What exactly is fascism anyway?
Mr. Mussoliniac says that it came from the Latin word fascis, meaning sticks tied together, which symbolized unity. Fascism emphasized the state and was male-dominated. We use the desire to overthrow communists and liberals as a goal.
How was your life under your rule? Hey, it sucked!
I lied.
Mr. Mussoliniac orders that pig's execution! Life was better than ever! I put a lot of money into public works. People said that I made the trains run on time.
Hey, you use propaganda to hypnotize children and get couples to have big families.
Cookies!
Cookies where? Mr. Mussoliniac wanted to return Italy to its ancient greatness.
Hey, under you, Italy was anti-Semitic.
Butter!
But Mr. Mussoliniac did not try to exterminate them. that Mr. Mussolini had called his guards to kill you worthless annoying pig. Bang!
Okay, you just murdered that pig.
Ah,
Hey, I'm not dead yet. Bang.
Mr. Mussolini is the ruler and cannot be taken down by the law.
You're an American now, so yes, you can be charged for murder.
Mr. Mussolini says that he will shoot you too with his invisible gun.
Really? Do you mean it?
No! Leaves, Death!
No, come back! No! Well, next up is Adolf Hitler, who was born in Austria. What is this? Why have you brought me here? Who are you? Turn the page. It's an interview. We ask questions and you, and you answer them. That's what you signed up for.
I thought...
I thought that was a declaration of war against Atlantis! Moving on. What did you do as a kid? In 1908, I moved to Vienna to study art and architecture. But I failed to be accepted into the Academy of Fine Arts. This made me very angry, so I went and earned a living by painting postcards! That's great. Did anything else happen in your early life? In 1913, I enlisted in the army at Munich. During World War I, I earned the rank of corporal and received the Iron Cross. After that, I joined the Free Corps, which was a paramilitary group created after our defeat in the war. We felt backstabbed by our government. How dare they just accept that treaty? Those leaders were insane! Okay, could you explain what that treaty detailed and please stop screaming? Fine! First, it made us pay massive reparations to France and England, as well as the demilitarization of the Rhineland, and they limited the size of our army. I thought I told you to stop yelling. I did stop yelling! Oh, God. Fascinating. Why did this lead to war? We were suffering through major inflation and debt. Our nation was falling apart. So something had to be done. I stood up and joined the fascist German Workers' Party, which later became the Nazi Party. By 1921, I was the unquestionable leader of the Nazis. So how did you become dictator? In 1923, I tried to take over the Bavarian government in the beer hall Bush. After I failed, I was imprisoned for my actions. Can you believe that? They threw me in jail! Yeah, I wonder why. It might have been for disturbing the peace. I know! Things like that really make me angry! Well, while I was in jail, I decided to use my anger and write a book. I called it Mein Kampf, which means my struggle. In my book, I wrote about Germany's betrayal in World War I, my desire for revenge against France, the need to expand German living space, and my racist agenda. I recreated the Nazi Party in 1925. In 1934, I used propaganda to become Chancellor of Germany. We began arresting communists and socialists. We also set up the Dachau concentration camp. On March 23rd, 1933, I used the Enabling Act to become the dictator. So let me get this straight. You went from wanting to be an artist to starting one of the worst wars in history? Do you see something wrong with that? No, it just seems like a really weird jump. Anyway, can you explain some things that occurred that led to World War II? When I became ruler, I wanted to gain more land, and I wanted to achieve that as fast as possible. I had conferences with other powerful nations of Europe about getting the Austrian Anschluss, the Sudetenland, and Czechoslovakia. The English Prime Minister made this easy by using a policy of appeasement to stop war from occurring. I got everything I asked for because he was a wimp. There was also the Spanish Civil War.
Hello! Hi! I just went over! Me, Francisco Rico! I read Vicious War!
Do you know this guy that clearly does not understand English at all? Yes, I helped him in the Spanish Civil War. He is my pal. You got a problem with that? Just explain the war.
I wanted to make Spain fascist country, so we got help from Germany. Italy, too.
We were glad to help them join us in fascism.
I would help them. We win, and we become leader of Spain. Ish.
Blop. Many people call this war the dress rehearsal for World War II. When World War II began, we had hoped Spain would help us, but they remained neutral. Turn the page now!
Wow, we neutral country. We don't like fighting. We allergic to war.
Ah! Well, that was interesting, and God, his voice hurts now. Next up is random Japanese guy. Really? You couldn't even get a name?
I am Japanese.
You guys really do need to get more original. Well, I guess we should get this over with. Please explain how Japan was before World War II.
We are a realistic government.
Okay, and how did this lead to World War II?
We had two wars, the Sino-Japanese War against China and the Soviet-Japanese War against the Soviet Union in 1938. Just like Germany and Italy, we wanted to create a large empire and control the world.
Thank you for making that quick and easy. We will take a look at the Allied powers after this message from our sponsors.
It's time for the not as stupid as usual commercial! Ow! Yay! Ow! This program is brought to you by the Mr. Mussoliniac Will Manipulate Your Children Foundation. Yay!
Hey!
It's Fat Albert!
We all know how great Italy is.
Now!
Stop it. Ever since the unification, we've only gone up, 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 up.
And down!
I know. Even before the unification, we started the Renaissance. Haven't we always been great?
No!
We
Ow!
can never do wrong. And now, under Mr. Mussoliniag, we shall rise up and become the greatest empire of all time. So why don't you help us out by buying all of our newest books, Hail to Italy, Hail to Mussolini, and The Amazing Mr. Skeleton Head.
Hi, Mom!
Just by buying one of these books, you will help pay for the war. And right now, we are having a special offer. Buy all 3 books right now for the low, low price of $49.99.
That's a low price!
All money helps pay for weapons for our soldiers. Just call 1-800-HAIL-ITALY!
Whee! Apply my mustache! Mr. Mussolini has us called out and we will hunt you down and torture you until you do!